NYWC, NYWC. Hello, NYWC. I am the administrator of the NYWC, message board, Robert Lottie, and you pretty much gotten quite familiar with this wonderful, lovely face right here.
Jessica Marie Dinezzo.
One of my favorite NYWCites.
Yeah.
Till I Collapsed 2018 was a great way for NYWC to come home to the Sportatorium, and quite a show awaited yourself and your sister.
Yes.
And your boyfriend, Sam.
Yes.
Well, we started out with Facebook NYWC. These first three matches were on NYWC Facebook Live, as we saw the vengeful one, the Hand of God Talon, as he defeated Connor Claxton.
Yeah. So that was a good match. I liked Connor Claxton coming out, finally making the NYWC appearance for the first time.
Yeah, it was his debut. Of course, he's big in CCW.
Yes. But I'm upset that Talon actually won.
Oh.
Isn't Talon still a heel?
I'm not sure. I mean, last we checked he was, and I think this was actually his first show since Trust No One, because he was not on Hotter Than Hell.
Yeah.
But up next we saw in another singles matchup, as we saw Irish, accompanied to the ring by Jay Red, do battle with the masked Tig, and Tig had I don't know what kind of object he had, but he used it on Irish, and I believe, I forgot who refereed the match.
Oh, I don't remember either.
But
I think it might have been McGrady.
It might have been McGrady. I don't know if he ejected Jay Red from ringside, and a short time after that, Tig defeated Irish to pick up the win.
It was a bullshit win.
Up next, we had tag team action, as we saw, well, in their second appearance, the Cajun Crawdad and the Hermit Crab, who came out to the B-52 hit Rock Lobster, as they did battle with Anthony Becerra and Jesse Vane, collectively known as the Undressed Express. And interesting matchup, which saw the Undressed Express defeat the Cajun Crawdad and the Hermit Crab.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's not the Hermit Crab, I do apologize if that is not his ring name. Then ring announcer.
I was dancing at the end of the match, and one of them gave me a high five. It was either the Hermit Crab or the Cajun Crawdad.
They did. Yeah, well, not only that, but you were actually getting down as the Undressed Express came to the ring, and two teenage girls were kind of jumping for joy, and they were daring you to go up to the stage and go up down the ramp doing that.
There's this guy in my program that tells me I should make my big name by jumping in the ring and body slamming one of the female wrestlers. That's how I get my big break, but I don't know how well that would go over. I'd probably get kicked out for life.
Well, if you do go over the rail, we know that. We know that's a huge no-no. We're just fans in the crowd, unless you want to be a part of the world of wrestling.
The school.
Well, not just the school, but if you be a part of the business, as they say. I mean, we've seen people go from fans to being a part of them, as we know. But,
I just need a tissue.
Wait.
Hold on.
All right. That was the end of the Facebook Live portion of the show, and then the rest of the show was seen, I don't know if it was recorded or aired live on Powerbomb.tv. We kicked it off with, pardon me, a triple threat match, which saw Willow Nightingale defeat the Queen of the Dinosaurs, Tara Calloway, and Casey Catal to retain the Starlet Championship.
Mm-hmm. That was a good match.
Oh yeah, Tara Calloway proves she can really go.
And Casey Catal was good too.
Yeah. Okay. Very good matchup. Up next in singles action, we saw the Rep affiliate Chris Bishop defeat.
No. What? I'm not going to wait for the guy.
Oh, you wait till we get done.
Okay.
Chris Bishop of the Rep affiliate defeated the Rancid one, Bam Sullivan, accompanied the ring by Victoria Von Black. Very competitive matchup here.
That was a great match. I was rooting for Bam Sullivan all the way, but he didn't quite get it done, unfortunately.
And Chris Bishop's proven he can really go.
Yeah, definitely had the speed advantage, Chris Bishop.
Yes. Up next, out comes Mike Mondo, all decked out in Spirit Squad gear, as he did battle with Angelo Andrews in a very good matchup. And Angelo Andrews, in his farewell match, defeated Mike Mondo.
That was a great match. It was very emotional, and it was really good, and I'm glad Angelo won. He deserved it.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he's just done with NYWC or done with wrestling altogether.
I'm not sure.
I don't know either. Next, we had six-man tag team action as we saw Brandon Watts, the Fusion champion, and tag team champions, The Rep, Nate Carter, and Dave McCall, do battle with Bull James and the Benson Bros. And eventually, Bull James and the Benson Bros picked up the win over Brandon Watts and The Rep, in which Rad Brad Benson pinned Dave McCall.
That was a great match, a lot of back and forth action.
Yes. And with that point, they went to intermission. Eventually, they come back from intermission, and we have an 8-man tag team match.
Guys.
As we see the Greek god, Papa Don. His favorite number is 3.
Yeah, 3! You suck, people. It was 3.
Well, as the late Burgess Meredith said in the Rocky movies, I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah.
Papa Don joined forces with The Brand, Randy Summers, Flawless Blake Morris, and Tinder Tom as they did battle with Absolute Charisma, Alvin Alvarez and Kota, and representing the Beer Belly Bandits, JT Cason and Spider. Surprised Bo Pritchard was not in this matchup, but he eventually did come in the ring and nailed, it was Tinder Tom with a Stone Cold Stunner, enabling the Bandits and Absolute Charisma to win this 8-man tag team match.
That was a great match.
Yeah, how could you not be disappointed with
My
that?
favorite part of that match was when Randy Summers shouted out, "I'm the sexiest man alive," and then Bo Pritchard pulled up his shirt.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I don't know why he did. Bo was not.
That was a view I wanted to forget. He had a hairy chest.
Oh, an image you want to forget as quickly as possible, huh?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have looked then. Once you knew that shirt was coming up, you shouldn't have looked.
I was just curious.
But next up we saw the third match in the trifecta as Jaden Vallow defeated Aiden Bale.
I was rooting for Aiden Bale, I cannot lie.
Well, we know you were right there. Up next, we saw the Desolate One, Rex Lawless, challenge King Mega for the Heavyweight Championship. Very good competitive match between these two huge men. King Mega chokeslammed Rex. They were standing on the ramp, and he chokeslammed him on the apron, rolled him back in, scored the 3 count. Out comes the Rep, Nate Carter and Dave McCall, Chris Bishop, and Brandon Watts. They come to the ring, and they're stepping out of the way, clearing the aisle for Rex to get to the curtain. Out comes Willow Nightingale, and she bumps into Rex. She enters the ring, and she and King Mega kind of high five with their respective championship belts, and she's standing in the ring with the rest of the Rep. I don't know if the whole Rep is a group or what the deal is, but obviously with that group of people right there, they have all the championships now in NYWC.
So the kite of wheels are kind of in motion for Psycho Circus, kind of, right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up the heel tag team for that one, but it's too early to tell who their opponents will be, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we had Mouse go one-on-one with the Man Bun Jesus, Johnny Radke.
Yeah.
And as Mouse was being introduced, this guy in the crowd got in the ring, and I don't know if that was planned or not, but Mouse, I don't know where he came from. He was from under the ring or wherever. He hits the ring the match was on, but the Man Bun Jesus, Johnny Radke, picks up the win over Mouse.
Yes, but not over the Big O.
Where Radke takes the microphone demanding a fusion title match at House of Madness, but then the Big O comes out, they have a match, and the Big O defeats Johnny Radke. O then takes the microphone saying he's been gone for a while, and he said he came back for unfinished business, and he called out someone who wasn't even in the building.
Justin
Carino. And he said, the guy, saying that he's in his mother's basement playing video games and trolling on the internet.
What does that mean, trolling on the internet?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you heard the term keyboard warrior.
Yeah, I think
That's where people talk big and bad when they're on social media or message boards, like the old Dickheads of Idiocy website. Yeah, DOI. And that's a keyboard warrior. I don't know what really trolling on the internet would be.
Yeah.
Or just, trying to get people's attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, he called him, issued a challenge for Justin Carino to face him at House of Madness on October the 20th. Right now, we don't know if that's official yet, folks.
Yeah.
Then in the main event of the evening, we see Damage Incorporated, Seth and Michael Cortez, once again without Crusher Dugan, as they did battle with Willie Wise and returned to NYWC after a year's worth of absence, WWE Hall of Famer Tito Santana.
That was a great match.
Yeah.
Back and forth. Tito still has it.
Yeah, but to my surprise, I didn't expect Tito to take any kind of punishment. I thought Willie would basically do the match and Santana would give him the comeback. Sadly, we didn't get to see the flying forearm.
Of Santana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you watched him, if you ever saw any of his old matches, you know that's his finisher. But yeah, it was kind of a great way to cap off a tremendous night of NYWC action. And let me see, this may be a record. Let's check back through history here. Is it or is it not? This may have been a record. We had 13 matches. Maybe a record for Till I Collapse, show-wise. 13 matches. But it's on to the personal notes. It was great seeing Jim Lundis, John Kurz, Shane, Forge, Greg, Sarah, Vincent, James McGrady, Joseph Dabari.
AJ.
I mentioned him, but he's under another name not everybody knows him as not everybody knows him as AJ, but I mentioned him earlier. He knows who it is.
Oh, okay.
Mentioned John Kurz, mentioned Ford, Shane, Greg, Sarah, Chris, Oliver, Joey with the belt, called him outside as we left.
Yes.
We have, Kevin and his brother Steven, Steven Scogan with those two ladies he's always sitting with.
Yeah. He was there?
Who?
Steven Scogan.
Yeah, I noticed.
I didn't see him.
Yeah, he came probably long after we got in. We did have a memorable quote. I'll tell you right now. Andy Miller, when Jessica asked, who's next, Andy, between matches at one point.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, and kudos to that one fan sitting near us before the show that took a group picture of us before the show got underway. Sadly, he had to get up and sit elsewhere, apparently. I hope they didn't double sell those very front row tickets. Mm-hmm. And of course, you got kudos, as I mentioned, those two teenage girls earlier.
Yeah.
For your Undressed Express dance.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, we actually did, just before the show began, we did a Facebook Live video together.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you folks want that again at NYWC prior to a show, because,
let us know.
Let us know. I want some feedback, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, probably would have been more prepared. I mean, maybe if we somehow all got there a little sooner before they opened the door, we could have done it outside possibly.
Yeah.
But NYWC returns with their Fall Classic on Saturday night, October 20th.
House of Madness.
And that is usually their biggest show of the fall season. Now, I would like to see Jay Red go one-on-one with Tig. Mm-hmm. I'd like to see the Benson Bros challenge the Rep for the Tag Team Championship. Dang it. I would like to see maybe Bull James get a one-on-one opportunity against King Mega for the championship. Mm-hmm. Wow. Maybe see Damage Incorporated against the Beer Belly Bandits. Can't really think of any other matches I'd like to see for this one coming up.
Okay.
But I guess you can put down your final thoughts on all of this.
It was a great show, and I hope that I can make it next month.
Yeah, I hope so too. With Well, I'll definitely be there with it without you. You know that.
Yeah.
Because they see more of the fans, the roster, the owners. They see more of me than you, as you're fully aware.
Yeah.
Okay. So, NYWCites, hope you enjoyed this one. NYWC rules, and all together now.
NYWC. NYWC. NYWC.
And hopefully that will catch on at future shows. Oh, I forgot to mention, for all the fans that were there to see Willie Wise, let's see how many of you come back.
Yeah.